Today, I want to build a house in The Sims, but the floor plan is 2 mazes stacked on top of one another. A couple weeks ago, I built a rectangle single-story maze house, and a lot of you wanted to see it again, but you wanted to see it 2 stories and to have each tile in the maze equal to 2 tiles in the game. So that is what we are going to be attempting to do today. And before we get into it, I am part of the EA Creator Network and I've been gifted a couple packs in the past. I do also have a creator code Sarah that you can use when checking out on the EA app or thesims.com if you'd like to financially support me. I will make a small commission. Don't feel like you have to. Let's get into the video. So here we have our maze generator, and I'm going to do a 7x8 one for the bottom floor. And another thing a lot of you wanted to see were bump outs, so I might just kind of add some random ones in here. And the first floor of our house is going to look like this. So it may not seem very large right now, but if each tile in the maze is actually 2 tiles, I think this will be a decent amount of space. Like here is our front corner, and this is going to be our front porch. I'm almost like, this is a lot of space. Like, uh-oh. So I think this is our first floor maze. If I close it off, you can kind of see all the walls in there. I think our next level is going to be 7x7, but actually 14x14. But I'll create a mask and take off this tile. That doesn't seem right. That doesn't feel right at all. It should be 3x7. I guess it could be 4x7, but we create a mask and we take off this. That way it'll what? What will it do? It'll hopefully line up with the roof line. If it doesn't, oh well, we work around it, but I think the floor plan for our second floor is going to be this. If my calculations are correct, our second floor should fit in here. And you know what? I think it does. Technically, we're not supposed to have walls here, but I think I will close this off and, oh, wait a minute. How are we getting stairs in here? Wait, are you kidding me? Wait. Do we have the perfect spot for stairs? That's like not the most perfect spot. That's pretty good. I don't really like how the exterior of this looks. It looks really boxy and I don't like it. I also might have to move lots because this camera jumping is too much for me. Wait, it looks so bad. Oh no. Oh, but before I forget, I will put this on the gallery. Feel free to change the roofing. Please change the roofing. Well, to start us off, I am going to honor our original maze entry point and do a 2-tile door right there. I moved us to Newcrest. I could not deal with the lighting on that lot. I'm deleting the roofing. We will figure something else out. Perhaps it was kind of nice when there was just a rectangle that we had to worry about. But maybe let's just do like a nice little sitting area out here with a table in between and maybe like a couple nice lights. And maybe we'll just throw in a cute little bicycle. When did my flooring change? I was supposed to have it nice and centered, but it's like you look away for a second and the game is gonna mess with you. Moving on into the entryway, I am so tempted to just use the Grange mudroom stuff again. It's like how I want all the clutter in my kitchen to be from the kitchen clutter kit. I want all my entryways to be the Grange mudroom kit. I feel like that really sets us up for one specific style though, and I did just do it in the last maze house, so let's think of something else. I kind of like that concept with some big cabinets on the side, so maybe we could do like some of these stone ones with a little bench in between them, and we can squeeze in some of our other entryway classics, the little mail holder in the shoe rack. Maybe on this side we'll put the bags. I'm struggling a bit to find a wall that I like with this though. I do think this base game one looks really nice if we bring in the stone accent. I just don't know why it looks like an entirely different swatch when we put it on that wall. Anyway, I think this is going to be it for what we're calling our entryway. Okay, so moving on, I think we're going to come back here first and make this an office area. And I kind of have visions of like a modular bookshelf vibe all throughout here. And then up here, maybe we grab a desk with a laptop and a chair. I think this kind of works to keep the office area kind of more quiet and secluded from the rest of the house. The rug situation in here, I don't know what we're doing. Maybe a cats and dogs one. And then I'm going to temporarily draw a wall right here. And the reason for that is so that I can grab a curtain. And I know I use them all the time, but I think the Desert Luxe curtain is our best option for this. Then I'm going to delete these walls. And then so it kind of looks like a curtain door to the office area. This might even be a good spot for like a little chair and a side table that is the same size as the chair. Now I do realize that this wall is pretty blank, so what can we put here? Oh, we could always do the weird vent. It's just like a weird art piece thing to add. I kind of like it, but I don't know, am I silly for liking that? Moving on, we're going to come back here to what I think is the living room. And since we have our 2-tile thing going on, I was wondering if we could do like a big sectional around most of this. Something a lot of you did say the last time I did this as well was that half walls can be allowed. I think a half wall is better than like an archway because your Sims still have to navigate around the half wall. Like it still is part of the maze in that way that they can't walk through it. So I'm not going to be using them a ton, but my concept here is that I can now put the TV on this wall. Maybe I don't need the sectional to go that far around. It's a little weird. It's a lot weird actually. But I think if we add some windows right here, like this could kind of be something. I'll make the sectional even smaller. We can do the table and like plants in the corner. And is there any world where a rug can kind of fit? That one kind of does, but I'm like, it's kind of very silly that it doesn't really go all the way around the sectional. I could make the sectional smaller once again, or maybe we widen the sectional and do something like that. Wait. I feel like that's the vibe. And then we do like the little side table right here. What purpose does this wall serve? Like maybe you can set the remote down there so you don't have to like set it down somewhere else. But see, the reason that I don't want to get too wild with the half walls is because now I'm like, what if I just put a half wall there? What if I put a half wall there? And we basically have like open concept and I'm like, we don't want to do all that. But like for a practical purpose, like TV placement, I think I'm allowed. Oh, I was gonna say, please tell me we have a good swatch of this picture. We actually do. Wait, we can put the GameCube on the half wall. It's perfect. I would never feel confident enough to actually balance it there, but it's okay. It's fine. I don't know what to put in this little corner. It just feels like something should go here. Maybe a little stool like this. 2 tiles has made this pretty easy. I'm like, should we go back to 1 tile if I do this again? I think I kind of just want like a big window hallway type thing going on right here. And maybe we could do some skill building in the corner. Like an easel could be quite nice with some paintings at the side. Oh, I don't love that you can just like see that from the living room. Maybe let's put a pin in that and we'll do something else for skill building over here. Something more chill, like a DJ booth. Or maybe since like you'll entertain here, we could do a bar. And I feel like that kind of fits into the living area entertainment room vibe. Now what about the nectar shelf? Is that too much? I feel like that's a nice addition to the wall. Maybe I can finally get the growing together bookshelves that I couldn't really get to function in the last maze house. So that would be this area, our living area, our entertainment area. Moving on, I'm actually going to jump over this hallway area and come here to our kitchen area. So to start us off, I'm wondering if I can kind of keep it open and add a window right there. That's not like the best placement of a window ever, but if it's between that and no windows, I'm choosing that. Really, the 2 tiles has made this quite easy again because we can kind of have a pretty large kitchen and not have to worry too much about any functionality. Like I could even extend the counters all the way down there, but that honestly feels excessive. Instead, I was thinking we could try to do like an eat-in kitchen with a high top dining table, but now I'm actually not sure if I want to do that because I could take these long cabinets and fill them in right here as kind of like a pantry. If you ever want to find extra cabinet options, you can click these little cogwheels on the side. It turns into a wrench and then you get some different variations on them. I know I've said that before, but for anyone that's new here, that's how you do that. And for the trash can, I'm gonna take this one, the waste not waste basket, and sometimes what I like to do is just add in this get to work one and you just kind of raise it up with your 9 key and alt place it in there. And then it's a bit more realistic. It looks like there's actually a trash bag in there. Maybe we can do this for rent open shelving above the sink. I hope no one's mad at me, but I'm going to delete this wall while I do the clutter and I will put it back after. It's just going to make it a little bit easier to see. And then on this wall, I was kind of thinking we could do a coffee bar and we can slide the mug rack in. Okay, well, this is going to be our kitchen area and we're coming to the front of the house now, which is going to be the dining area. Oh no, I just remembered I still haven't done the roofing. How would this look with a flat roof? We like it how it is? Yeah, I think so too. Anyway, my idea was a big long table right here. I think it takes a little bit of work, a little bit of alt placement, which is where I hold the alt key and slide things off the grid. But I believe this can be functional. You know what? I actually do have Bob pancakes here to test. There just hasn't been anything that I felt like needed tested yet. So Bob, can you sit? Okay, don't tell me it's ugly. We're working on it. We're working on it. He can sit there and he can sit there. Wonderful. Thank you for your service, Bob. Go sit out here now. Oh my gosh, you look away for a second and all of a sudden Bob is in the living room in weird lighting watching Sim of the Dead. That does have me reevaluating the lighting in this room. Wait, but even when I delete all of the lighting, he still looks kind of weird. Okay, well, we have determined that this can be our dining room. I would love if we could just slide in some kind of hutch or any anything. I like this shelf, but we don't really need the laundry stuff. What about the cozy bistro shelf? I actually do kind of like that. It does make it feel like a more actual dining room. I don't think I want to try to add a rug. I just know that there's probably not one that has a good shape here. And again, I might do a glass wall all through here just to keep it a little bit open. What if we just put a small little bench right here with like a lamp and a mirror, just something very like hallway. All right, so moving on, you may have noticed that I switched these stairs to have no wall underneath. And that is because I think this is where we could squeeze in some laundry. I think if we put the machines right there, that is totally fine and functional. And then under the rest of the stairs, we can do like this little table because this won't need to be functional. And then the other thing that I wanted to do, kind of opposite of this, is put in a sink because I think this is where we will be revisiting the art studio idea. And since you might want a sink handy when you're doing laundry, we can kind of double up and put it right there. And then we'll slide the easel like right in the corner there. Ooh, wait, and maybe the rolling drying rack can kind of slide in this little nook right here. Or no, maybe we put that over here and we can make this little nook like the backdrop studio thing. I'm thinking they have like a really good photographic memory, so they like set everything up with the backdrop and then they're like, okay, and then they go do some painting and then they go back and then they're like, okay, and then they go do some painting, right? But anyway, this is going to be our laundry area that also turned into our art studio area. And now we are moving on to, hear me out, the bathroom. So I actually forgot to give us a closed off room in any part of the maze on either floor, but let's work around that. And I'm thinking we do a toilet stall in here because I think this way your Sims can use that as the bathroom, but they won't feel upset or like they're lacking privacy. We also have these showers from university, and I think your Sims can use these in open spaces as well. For spacing purposes, I'm going to add the shower there. And then I'm going to do the trick again where I add like a curtain door. Actually, what if I moved the shower back here? Would the stall still be functional? Okay, it looks like Bob can use the bathroom. He can also take a shower. So I actually have a small change of plans, and we're going to move the curtain door over here. And the reason that I wanted to do that is because the exit to our maze is right here. So I didn't want you to have to go kind of through the bathroom area to get to the door. It would never be my first choice of anything, but it's how we're going to make this challenge work for us. And I think I want to also separate the space a bit with some tile. I think if we do it this way, it's easier to treat this as just kind of like a communal sink. You need to come in after gardening or something, just wash up here. Kind of like a stationary tub or utility sink, even though that is also what we have going on here. Well, that's a very open concept bathroom. Now I don't really know what to do for this like back door area because I don't want it to be a place where you like spend a lot of time considering, you know, the bathroom is right next to it. But maybe we could just do like a little table and one of our fun lights and just literally anything on the wall. Okay, that will be our like backyard entry area. With this hallway, I don't really know if I want to do too much with it. Oh, you know what could be good? Chess tables end up being pretty useful in the gameplay. A lot of things require your Sims to, you know, build up their logic skills. So maybe we do a little bit of that. Maybe another bookshelf over here and maybe the authority. I don't think I've used the authority yet. Let's do that. Maybe we do the like splatter painted big painting. Yes. Since we are in the art studio area. Okay, well, I think our first floor is done and now it's time to come up to the second floor. And this has already kind of structured itself into 2 rooms. I'm not going to do like the entries and exits just because I don't really think we need that on the second floor. But starting with the hallway area, I kind of think we could just do like some plants over here. I'm actually really tempted to make this entirely glass. That just feels really cool to me. And I'm kind of feeling this like foresty green for the hallway up here. And so this area is going to be our first bedroom. I'm kind of thinking this could be for like a teen. I kind of love how this bed looks with the wall paint. I do want to figure out if we can do a double bed somewhere up here, but that struggle will be for the second bedroom. Maybe the teen is the artist. Maybe that's the backstory here. My game just started glitching so bad. What's happening? Can't find object. It's right there. I'm trying to paint this wall because I clearly messed it up. No finding objects. I just want to paint the walls, bro. It's weird. It's letting me paint some of them. I went to manage worlds. I came back. Okay, I restart the game, I guess. Look at Bob looking at me like that. He's like, I know the game's not working for you, but I don't care. Wait, no, not the game restarting. Don't make me take out my mods. Don't make me take out my mods. I took my mods out. Literally just let me paint the walls and I'm putting them back in. Sorry. So anyway, I don't know what I was saying before all that happened. I think I was trying to put these curtains on the windows, which now it doesn't even seem like it wants me to do that. Wait, what is happening? Because why can't I delete these now? Okay, we're going modless for the rest of the build. Excuse me? Did I mess up this build severely? What did I do? Why can't I sell these windows? I don't even know if I'm leaving this in the video, but for context, what I was trying to do was use the tool mod to move the Enchanted by Nature curtain closer to the wall so it doesn't stick out as much and look weird over the bed. But now I cannot like do anything in this build. If I save it to my gallery and then I replace the lot, does that work? Okay, I just had to replace the lot. Okay, so can I put my mods back in now? Let's just go modless for the rest of the build. I think we'll do like a curtain right there, and maybe we'll try to squeeze things in so that we can do that curtain right there. Okay, yeah, I like this as the teen room. We'll kind of just throw in some cute little decor. Oh, maybe the pastel pop desk over here. And we could kind of bring in the little bit of green. Pink goes good with green. Ooh, and maybe we give them like a whole setup. And maybe they also do some digital art so we can kind of get the sketch pad back there. Very cute desk area, though it does feel kind of weird without a window. So would I be able to just like put one right there? Oh, that's not bad. And here we are again with a large wall. What if we did a big mirror? I don't know. Something like that, maybe even? Okay, yes, I like all of this. I think this will do it for our teen room. And that gives us a lot of space for this to be the main bedroom. I'm almost wondering if there's a way that we could do like even just a half bath up here with the bathroom stall. Like if I were to squeeze that in there, would Bob still be able to get back in here? Oh, he would be able to. Now that is fascinating. I thought this was going to be a one bathroom kind of house. I feel like this storyline could maybe be something like it's a renovated community lot, and that's why there are the bathroom stalls rather than just like closed off bathrooms. And maybe the family just inherited the community lot, but didn't want to have to maintain two properties with their original house, so that's why they moved in here. I am really not sure if a double bed is gonna make it in here. I just do not think that that is enough space for Bob Pancakes or any other sim, but we have Bob with us today. Are there any double beds that are like skinnier than other double beds? I really don't think so. Why does he laugh every time he can't get somewhere? Come on, Bob, be on my side maybe. Like I think the only way to do this is to like put the bed in this horrible little spot right here. And look, even then he can barely even get there. But wait, I worked so hard on having the bathroom be right there. Now I'm like, would it make more sense to have the bathroom be here? Where did the bed go? Where's the bed? What just happened? Roll the tapes. What just happened?
Bathroom be here.
The universe does not want me to do the Sims build, which to be fair, I'm kind of on the universe's side. I guess my thought process was that we could kind of have the bathroom be here, and that way Bob can sleep there. I just don't like that this bedroom feels so fragmented now. Ignore that the window isn't centered. Maybe this actually is the time to do one of those curtains that covers up the whole wall. See, you can barely even tell that the window isn't centered. Well, now wait, what does that leave for the rest of this? I'm realizing that the upstairs is actually really quite large. I guess we could do a desk and maybe like a wall divider of sorts. Gross guard plus. Well, I would definitely say that that is the purpose of why we're using it. I thought maybe I could squeeze a bookshelf, but I don't think so. I do think we could get one right there, even though that's kind of weird. It's just so weird for a layout. I mean, how weird of a layout is it though if we get rid of that wall? Like that seems like a very standard bedroom, except for the fact that there's different curtains on each side of the wall. Well then what is this area over here? I've literally done everything. Oh, what if we do pottery? I feel like I actually haven't done pottery in a while. And we can kind of, you know, squeeze the kiln in here somewhere. Maybe this used to be like a rec center or a place where people took a lot of classes and stuff. This cabinet is called the whatever you want cabinet, and I want it to be a cabinet that fits right here, so that's what it's going to be. We can add these shelves and put some of the pottery items on them. Should we carry over all the tiles then? Wait, now this has me thinking. Does this just suddenly become a pottery studio in the middle of the top floor? Maybe it does. Who's to say? You go from the teens room through the pottery studio to the bathroom, and then you actually do have a bedroom back here. I wouldn't go as far as to say that this would be an enjoyable build to play in, but I will say it has many things that your sim would need to survive in a house in The Sims. However, what it does not have is a back patio and roofing. And what I feel good about, at least in this build, build is that I don't think that there's anything that we needed to save for the back patio. Like, it's not like we absolutely couldn't fit XYZ item, so we have to cheat a little bit and just put it outside because that's where we have room for it. But I do also think the reason for that is that we were using 2 tiles per tile. So things definitely got in some weird spaces, but they did get in there. And the more I think about the former rec center storyline for this, the more it makes sense to me. Like, this was kind of the library area, and this was maybe like a teen hangout for gaming. We had an art studio, a very big kitchen and coffee bar. I kind of thought that I figured out the roofing, but I don't think I did. Would it look better if I just got rid of these completely? I'll think on it a little bit, and I will do a little bit of landscaping and final touches, but let's get into the final tour. This is The Sims 4, but the floor plan is 2 mazes stacked on top of one another. Where is Sims content going? Like, what did I just do? What did I just say? I hope you enjoyed it. I really liked it. I do think that making each tile of the maze 2 tiles makes it a little bit too easy. Like, I thought the first time I did this challenge, it was really fun because we had to really work around what was functional. And this one, it almost feels like there's empty space because we couldn't fill enough of it up. But do let me know what you think and let me know any other challenges you want to see. I love all of your suggestions. If you did make it this far in the video, don't forget to like the video and also comment a thumbs up emoji so that I know you made it all the way to the end. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. We do fun Sims build challenges here every single week, and YouTube is suggesting another one for you to watch on the screen right now, so go check it out. All of my other socials are linked down below if you'd like to follow me on any of those. And other than that, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day and a lovely tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!